Hi everyone, Mary here at Espresso Press Design. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. I can't believe it's finally here. New playlist today, and I hope it will be a regular, popular feature where I will tentatively titled Create With Me, where I will create a little kit. It will be a free download for watching the video, and I was just kind of tired of doing the scrap busters. I have a couple more. Just wanted to break it up and have some fun. And so I came up with this little tag, and it's in a kit, mini kit. It's for sale, and it's also for free if you watch the video. I think these will only be available on YouTube for at least for a duration of a month or so. So first of all, I'm going to go through, this is on presentation paper. Okay, make sure you can see that. This is on presentation paper. I just printed the last page, which has the designs assembled in case you just want some inspiration or you just want to cut those tags out and use those. This is on regular paper, and the first time I did it on cream cardstock, but you can tell the difference. Okay, and this also holds a little gift card if you would like. So the first time I did this tag on cream. The second time I'm just doing it on white. I have spared you my fussy cutting. I have almost all pieces fussy cut. So my little tip is that usually when I do designs, I use old ephemera. Usually I keep the vintage. They're almost always yellowed. 99% of the time I just restore the color and keep the yellow. And this time I just thought, no, I want something bright. So I'm going to restore the images to their original condition. But since people like vintage, if you want the vintage, my advice would be to print on cream or some kind of tan cardstock. Okay, and the only other thing is the flower. Usually I do my flower shaping on cardstock, but I do my shabby flowers on regular paper. So I think it will work either way, and that's what I'm going to try today. So let me make sure I get the right kit here. I have everything cut out. I have most things backed onto a thicker paper, which I just used the presentation paper. You back those onto cardstock, cereal box, whatever you want. These are also backed onto something, so they have a little strength. The only thing I left as is are the flowers. So even the words are backed onto something to have a little more strength than printer paper. All your sizes. This kit, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can mix and match. I don't have a... You can keep these flowers flat. You can add your own little embellishments. Everything is proportional. You can do it however you want. You can use the big image on one, the next image on another. It's very versatile, but I'm probably just going to stick to the way I did the first tag, just to make it easy on myself. And I used the smallest image and layered. Okay, so I have all that. The only thing I didn't cut out yet are my little circles, which reminds me, this little, once this is glued, if you want to poke your hole, you can just go there, fit your punch over the center, poke that out, and then if you want, you can just cut out another little one and tuck it on here. Okay, so that's what I have. I have my own homemade chipboard, which is packaging. Just glue slices back to back, because some areas I raised up. I have some little frillies, die cuts. I have some of these. I have bling. I have glitter. And we'll see how far we can get this decorated and done. I don't want to take too much time, but I do want it to look pretty. I do want it to, this one I just did to show you the pieces in the kit. I could have just decorated this one a little more, which I'm probably going to do. And that needs a little more glue already. Okay. So the first layer, I just, let me make sure. Okay, the first layer is just glued down. First tag. So let me just get this glued. So I thought, you know, I watch these kind of things. From the paper companies. And I find them really enjoyable. And I find if you line up the bottom, get that nice, everything else layers nicely. Okay, the next layer, I did use some chipboard. Keep my two little ones for the last layer. Get in the middle here. Okay, those are inked. This is inked. I'm going to ink the edges of that little next piece while this is drying, because I want the space in case I want to tuck something in behind. Oh, one thing I forgot is gold thread or thread, something like that, which I'm not going to dig it out. I think my little frillies will be enough, but that's another option. Eyelash trim, something like that. Cheesecloth. I know cheesecloth is very popular. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry a minute. Ink my edges. I did toy around with using green, but then I stuck with the tried and true, and I'm using antique linen because I don't want anything too dark. I just decided this time, you know, I want something a little brighter. Sometimes you just get tired of looking at vintage all the time because everything's brown. And I have tons of ideas for things that aren't so vintage, but I never seem to get around to it. So I'm just going to apply this to my chipboard, homemade chipboard. That's another thing. I wanted this to be and those little dots on the second paper kind of help you keep everything aligned. Okay, so that has a little dimension. Okay, and then this needs some too, so I'm going to just put those like that. So see, this is going pretty fast. And the fussy cutting isn't that bad either. I am not the world's greatest fussy cutter. So if I could manage it with little, no problem, I'm sure most people can. You know, I didn't want it to be a simple tag shape. I wanted it to be a little fancy. So I'm just going to make sure I get the right size for this. Okay, ink this. Ink my flower edges while that's drying a second. And then I don't know if I'm going to sprinkle glitter or just use glitter glue. probably just use glitter glue. Although, if I want white, I'm going to have to sprinkle. I don't know if I'm ready for the glitter yet. Not quite sure what I want. If I want gold, silver, or white. Maybe since there's so much white, I better go with probably gold. But I do know I want these flower edges tipped with gold at least. And then I saved my little circles. I didn't cut those out yet. Okay, so I'm using my thing as a mini template, but of course you can arrange things however you want. I put that down first. Put it at a little angle. Whoops, a little angle. Okay. So see there, if I want to tuck some things in, which I do, I have room between these layers to do that. I might do something like that, but that's for the end, okay? Okay, I'm going to save this until I get my flower shaped. This piece can either be a mat or it can be on the back for a gift card. It's 3 1/4 by 3, so make sure your glue is just a very, very thin line if you want to use it for a gift card so that the gift card fits easily. Okay, flower shaping. I have my stylus here. Piece of foam. I'm just going to spritz the back of this lightly with some water so it keeps its shape when it dries. Whoops, that was more than a spritz. Yeah, usually when I do my nice flower shaping for cards, I use cardstock. But like I said, when I do my shabby flowers, I just use, that one's a little too wet. So I'll move on to this one first. So you just want to go around the edge and be careful it's not too wet or it's going to tear. And this is 24 pound. You might want to go up to 32 pound. And it took me a while to think, okay, what kind of flower that's not just a regular a fussy cut. What kind of flower can I make that people can easily shape? To give this some dimension. If you don't have a stylus, you can use the round end of a crochet hook to do this. Just make sure it's metal works better. Make sure it's nice and smooth so you don't tear your paper. I think that's too small. So I'm just gonna coax this one in like this. Okay, so it's just like a sculpting with paper, and because it's damp, when it dries it's going to get stiff and pretty much keep its shape. I'd kind of like to do that with this one too. Get a little more depth in there. Okay. This one's almost dry already. Okay, so I hope to do this at least once a month or so. And then I just thought, you know, well, this looks different than the cardstock because it actually is more pliable, so I got more depth than I thought I would get. Now let me see, should I probably, if I want my glitter on there, I should probably do it before I glue them together. So let me do that, and hopefully let me just get a little palette here, squirt some glitter glue on. Okay, that way I can use my finger. Hopefully I'm still in. $24. It's not too bad. I didn't time myself when I was doing this. Yeah, I think gold is going to be pretty. And I'm just, normally I would put a little thicker coat on there. Let me get this up here so you can see. Hopefully you can catch that glitter a little. Okay. Don't let me forget to get this out of my way, because very often, you know what I do? I leave it sitting there, and then sure enough, my arm ends up in it, or something ends up sticking to it. Okay, there's number 2. Okay. This one I did not cut well at all, but it's still okay. And then the circles are, oh boy, let me try to remember. I think they're 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 inches. I try to make them in the event you have a punch. And that's something else I have to get. I thought my smallest punch was I think I'll put some along the word. Edges here. It's a little sloppy, but it's okay. Usually I would scrape this with my finger, and then it kind of gets dimensional, but it also takes forever to dry. So I'm just sticking with a thin coat. Okay, what else? I'm going to let that dry. Put that off to the side. Cut out a tiny circle, or I think I used a punch. Yeah, I thought my punch was 1/2 inch. Turns out it's like 5/8. These I wanted to, in the event you use the big tag, only this circle would go in the middle of the background. That's why I included some bigger ones. Okay. Get that. And well, actually, I think I used that same punch. And I just was able to catch a little bit of the colored edge. Let me see. But you know what? Even if I don't, I can use some ink to bring back that edge. And then I used one of the small ones. And this I cut out by hand because my other circle punch is too big. Okay. Get this synced up. So I hope you're all doing well. I got a new mouse. It's helping slightly. But I was still taking Tylenol yesterday. It doesn't hurt when I'm in here, so maybe I'll just have to quit and just craft. I think that is just a workplace injury, repetitive movement. I was thinking in 2 years it will be 30 years of computer work for me. Okay. Anything else I want glitter on before that dries? Probably not. Okay, this is going to be the tricky part for me. Where am I going to put this kind of stuff? Well, you know what? I might tinge some of that with glitter. But I definitely want these somewhere. So let me get my flowers glued together. Where are we? 32. That's not too bad. And then I just, you know, alternate the spacing. And of course you can put whatever you want in the center. I was just going to do Brad. And then I thought, oh, you know, that little circle is probably going to fit in there, and if it doesn't, I can punch it out and just have the little green part. So, which one? That. Well, I can put a little dot of gold on there. At the end, maybe, or just dip it in there. I'm dipping that in my palette. Get tweezer. Okay. There's the little flower. I think I'm going to put that on first. Get my letter. It's not quite dry. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now this is the part, you know, I'm not good at. You know, I so admire those scrapbookers. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Let's chop that off. right there. Give it a tiny amount of glitter here and there. Let that dry a second. I've also got a bunch of other little stuff. Maybe. I think that red is a little too different. Try this. Okay, I don't mind it, but it would probably look better. That would definitely look better with the cream. Okay, let me see if there's something blue. Blue or gray or a different color. Green maybe. Reds are kind of like that. It's too big. Don't want this going off the deep end too much. And keep it Christmassy. That fragile would be pretty, but wait, this red might. Okay, that doesn't clash too much. Okay, might use that. That's about all I see. No, I don't want a bus ticket. Okay, that's all I see for that. But I can add a little something more. That's the thing. I want to start using this stuff. I don't have any out, so I'm not going to worry about it. I thought I do have some other little postage stamps, but I'm just going to leave it as is. I don't want this to be too long. Okay. And this goes on the corner. Right there. Don't forget, you don't want to hide your word. Okay. Then this. This one I actually was going to prop up, or maybe this one actually is propped up a little bit and the other one, but I'm going to keep it flat. And then let me see if I can just put a tiny bit of red back on there. Okay. Went right there. Okay, I could also gild the edges of the first layer if I wanted to. I might just put a touch of gold. On there. Just tuck that under there. Keeping in mind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 7. Don't think this needs glue everywhere. See, I'm challenging myself because sometimes my first inclination is to stop. But at the same time, I really admire those people who don't stop. And they have a knack for doing things over the top. And I like both. So that's 7. Should I push it to 9? Well, you know what? I still have some jewels to add. So let's just see if we can pop a few of those on somewhere. Red. It's pink. Okay. Okay, 2 red. Well, do I want red? Maybe I want green. I think I might go with green or gold. Let's see. I think that corner needs something. Oh, these drive me nuts. I don't know. Try the center of the flower. I don't think so. See, that's the thing. Sometimes I just think it gets to the point where I get to the point where I'm like, is that too much? Maybe a pearl would work better. I also get to the point where I can't stand. Where's my little scoop? I can't stand adding plastic to paper. That really bothers me for some reason. I like to keep things the same. The same materials most of the time. I don't think so. Okay, not doing any of that. I'll clean that up on my time. Just get these out of harm's way. I don't think I want anything else. Maybe a tiny bit of glitter on some outer edges. Not all of them. Okay. Clean my hands. I hope this was all in frame. Okay, I don't know if you're going to see that glitter or not, but okay, and I'm going to be almost out of time here, so there we go. That wasn't too bad. Half of it was probably more indecision than actual work. But we had fun. It was fun. It's fun. It's helping me get in the Christmas mood a little bit. No, I'm still not ready. Okay, I hope you all like it. I hope you all give it a try. I hope you all mix and match. Remember, if you want the vintage, print it on some kind of cream, tan, cardstock. If you want it a little more bright or very bright, use, if you have an Epson, use the presentation paper or bright white cardstock. It's up to you. Okay, I hope you enjoy, everyone. I'll see you next time. And thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your kind comments. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see you next time. Bye.